Okay, guys, of course, we've got 14 games to kick off the season this Sunday. Again, this should be really fun to go through. Yep, it is the 2023 Week 1 NFL Kickoff, whatever you want to call it, Sunday preview. Let's go. Every single game, yeah, here. And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL. Of course, please like and subscribe, and hope you guys enjoy the 2023 NFL Kickoff Sunday preview. Of course, we've got 14 games to go over. I don't want to waste any time, so first things first, talk about the pregame shows. Not for this, because I probably can just, you know what? Yeah, just delete that now. And talk about, again, NFL Game Day Morning started an hour ago, so if you want to keep watching that, you can. That other pregame show on Sirius Sports Network is going to be at 10, so right now. Sunday NFL Countdown literally just started. Fantasy Football now is at 11, I think, so yeah, you can watch it then. Fantasy Football pregame on Peacock, probably the better of the two fantasy pregames. You can go watch that, obviously. Well, Fox has two pregame shows. The 11 a.m. one, Fox NFL Kickoff, isn't very good, but Fox NFL Sunday, I guess, is a little better. And then the NFL Today is obviously the best pregame show. So if you want to watch anything, watch that. And yeah, that's your pregame shows. Again, NFL Game Day Live. If you want to watch Red Zone, is basically, I think, at 1 o'clock on NFL Network. If you don't have NFL Network, well, hope you have YouTube TV, which you should have NFL Network for anyway. And you can watch Red Zone and Fantasy Zone on that. Again, that's also a Sunday ticket, and you'll get your local games probably as well. Let's get in the first game. Here we go, Texans and Ravens. All right, guys, and our first game is in Baltimore, where the Ravens will open their season against the Texans. Obviously, the Ravens, fresh contract for Lamar Jackson, who coming into last year was a lot of questions with that. They finally got that cleared up. Of course, coming off a season where they did go 10-7, lost in the wildcard round in a kind of heartbreaking fashion. Little bit of a retool of their roster, to be honest, and of course, Lamar is back healthy. Texans, of course, new route now. D'Amico Ryan's third coach in 3 years, and obviously, you can't forget about C.J. Stroud getting picked, and again, they got a pretty young team, but definitely interesting, to be honest. The game will be on CBS. You can, if you have NFL Plus, you can stream it on there, I guess. Paramount Plus as well. That's that, and then Sunday Ticket as well for, again, everything that. YouTube Primetime, I really don't know what the hell that is, but I do know YouTube TV, NFL Sunday Ticket is. So you can watch that there again, and there's probably other ways you can watch it too. I'm not going to get into that because it's probably illegal. I don't care about the odds. Announcing this, I think, will be, where is it? Oh yeah. It'll be Spiro Diaz, Adam Archuleta, and DT Kinkwombawa. Of course, Adam Archuleta and Spiro Diaz, I think they're reuniting for the first time since maybe 2020. It's been a little bit. DT Kinkwombawa, again, she debuted last year as a reporter. The maps, so it's in blue. No, wait, my bad, it's in green. So if you're anywhere in Texas, you'll probably get this game, unless you're really west, which you'll probably get this game for whatever reason. And if you're in the DC area, you'll also get that in Maryland. All Maryland will get it, and then some part of the other country. Even dipping into Philly. So that's a little weird. But not Philly, my bad. Pennsylvania, my bad. That's all I got there. Oh yeah, the weather too. It's supposed to be 79 degrees and thunderstorms. So if you're at the game, bundle up, because you'll need it. And again, humidity 76%, and the wind's at 4 miles an hour. Precipitation, again, it's supposed to thunderstorm, so that's not great. Let's get right into the Texans starting lineup. Alright, and for the Texans, they will be trying out C.J. Stroud. Davis Mills is, of course, his backup. Damian Pierce, Devin Singletary, maybe even Mike Boone will get some action as well. Again, not IRs. Jesse Matthews will miss first 4 games. Taking Troy Harrison, the basically backup fullback. Kenya Green, Juice Scruggs, Titus Howard, basically 3 starting offensive linemen. Scott Questenberry as well, good depth piece. Khalil Zaire and DJ Scafé Jr., who's also a UDFA, I think. All those guys are on IR. No one on defense, and Cameron Johnson, the punter, is. They're going to have to figure that out. Nico Collins, Robert Woods, Noah Brown, the 3 receivers. Hank Dell will be out there. What's up with John Mechie? Please load. Hamstring. That's just awesome. Never healthy. Dalton Schultz and maybe Tegan Quintariano will honestly probably get some playing time. He had a pretty productive rookie season. Kind of like Chico Conco, just not even close to his, good, I guess. Larry Tunsil, Josh Jones, Jared Patterson, basically 2 backups here. Jared Patterson, of course, played in Notre Dame. Shaq Mason and George Fant played for the Jets across the offensive line. Will Henderson Jr., Jonathan Grenard, Jerry Hughes, maybe even Dylan Horton. Probably these 3, though, off the edge, getting pretty thin there. Malik Collins, Sheldon Rankins, maybe Hassan Ridgeway. You could even see Kurt Hanish off the edge, off the middle. Christian Harris, Denzel Perryman, and Jake Hansen are your linebackers, of course, with Blake Cashman out. And, yeah, Derek Stingley Jr., Shaquille Griffin, and Steven Nelson in the corner. Kadir Holland, maybe we'll get some snaps. Jimmy Ward is out, so Eric Murray will start. Joe Petrie, of course, is the free safety. Kyrie Fairbairn is the Kicker. Oh yeah. And then the Ty Zentner will be the punter now. Tate Dell and Mike Boone are the returners, and of course John Weeks is the long snapper. Let's go. Jack Jones is on IR. Of course, I'm kidding about that. Why is everyone getting a freaking hamstring injury? I'm kind of honestly ticked off about that. We'll get to the Rams later, obviously. But the Ravens, Lamar is healthy. Nothing else. Kean Mitchell, their fourth running back, who no one probably knows about, is on IR. Same thing with Malik Cam. And, yeah, Tyus Bowser, Trayvon Mullen, and Andrew Voorhees are out. Trayvon Mullen's really the only guy who, Tyus Bowser do actually, matter. But, yeah, that's about it. J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards in the backfield, just still maybe on third down. Rashad Bateman, OBJ, and Zay Flowers, a receiver. Maybe see Nelson Aguilar. I would say you probably will see Devin Duvernay at one point or another. As a returner, obviously, you'll see him as well. Mark Andrews is questionable, but he'll probably play. So either way, Charlie Kohler and Isaiah Likely are two very special backup tight ends. And obviously, Patrick Ricard is a very good fullback, one of the best in the league, if not the best. Ryan Stanley, John Simpson, Tyler Linderbaum, and Kevin Zeitler, and Morgan Moses across the offensive line. John Simpson starting is a little bit puzzling because Ben Cleveland, I think, might be better, but we're good with that. Justin Matabuke, Michael Pierce, and Broderick Washington across the defensive line. Adafe Owe, Tavius Robinson, Jadavion Clowney, and David Ojabo off the edge. Roquan Smith, Patrick Queen are both the linebackers. You probably will see Trenton Simpson, too. Tyus Bowser, again, is out. Rocket Sidney, Arnold Darby, Jalen Armour Davis, who's not good, will be starting because guess who? Marlon Humphrey is out. Marcus Williams and Kyle Hamilton will both be starting, and as well, Brandon Stevens, Geno Smith also will get some playing time. Justin Tucker, of course, the kicker. Jordan Stout, of course, the punter. Devin Duvernay is a returner, and Tyler Ott is a long snapper. With Nick Moore, the other long snapper, out. All right, now looking at the Texans' keys to the game. I want their offense, especially in the first half, to run the ball a ton, 20-plus times, in my opinion. I don't think they'll be able to, keep up, because, again, if they don't run the ball enough, again, I don't care if it's efficient or not, they're going to get behind really early. Damian Pierce is getting he's coming off that injury last season, but he needs to get a lot of touches, because, honestly, he's by far their probably most dynamic offensive player. So I'm screwed to take down Robert Woods, because they both can extend there. Again, I want to see that, too. Again, with a rookie quarterback who's going up against a really, I don't want to say great defense right now, because, again, they are losing Marlon Humphrey, but a pretty solid defense, and, again, in Baltimore, the bad weather, screens are really how your passing game is going to get going. Damian Pierce has to get the ball one way or another, and, again, run the ball as well. Defensively, though, play four up front to limit the inside zone. They're going to want to run a lot of that now with the Todd Monken spread offense. It's going to be a lot of that type of stuff, and, again, they're going to want to pull guys as well. The way to stop that, you got to play a lot of guys up front, make sure they can't get those gaps open. But have the linebackers lean to the boundary to stop screens and zone reads, because, again, in this type of weather, they're going to run that because they don't really want to throw the ball around the yard. That's what I got for this Texans team. Let's talk about the Ravens. All right, Ravens offensively, they need to take 5+ deep shots. Again, I get the weather's a little bit not good for that, but again, do you have Trey Flowers? You got to extend the ball, especially against the secondary. That is losing their best, I won't say their best cover guy, but one of their better guys. Odell, 7+ targets, because it's Odell. I get the fact he hasn't really played in a year. Yeah, basically. It would definitely be good if you got a guy good amount of targets, and when he does get targets, he plays well. Lamar has to stay under 10 carries, because, again, it's the first game of the season, and it's bad weather. J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards getting 35+ total. Give them the freaking ball, because, that's how you're going to win the game. Ravens defense, just don't blow deep zones. It probably will happen, because they have a bunch of guys who don't know what they're doing back there, but we'll see. I'd say under 50% on third down conversions. Again, that would kill them if, a guy just keeps breaking tackles. If they tackle soundly and they just don't really give up any big plays or just blow coverage, I would be surprised if they give up more than 20 points. That's what I got for the Ravens. Let's get right into the next game. Titans and Saints out in New Orleans. Of course, Titans and Saints, this is a really cool matchup. Of course, they've met basically every 2 years. Yeah, I think so, since 2019. Of course, in that 2019 game back in Tennessee, they lost 38-24. 38-28, and then in 2021, they met again in Nashville, of course, with the Titans winning their 6th straight against them. Of course, they had selections quarterback kid Trevor Siemian in that game. That was really interesting. It was really close. But yeah, now they meet in week 1 against both teams really looking to start out well. Of course, Titans and Saints have expectations of winning the division. Saints probably a little more than the Titans, overall. But yeah, again, the game's at 1 o'clock on CBS. I actually initially thought this thing was on Fox, but again, it is on CBS, I guess. NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, Saints type of streaming services, and again, Sunday Ticket, you can also watch this game out of market there too. So yeah, but for the Titans, again, I already talked about it, was really close when they had last time. Saints won the other time. Again, they haven't played New Orleans in 8 years, so that's interesting. But yeah, again, these teams have played in the past. It should be pretty good to see. Again, Derrick Henry really hasn't been a big part of this matchup ever, so I'm really excited to see that. And again, Derek Carr debut on the Saints, he'll probably be fine. And the Titans have been good in openers. No, the past 2 years they've actually sucked in openers. So I'm just saying. Saints on the other hand, yeah, they won last year, but what happened in 2021? Am I just blowing it? No, they won. Yeah, they blew out the Saints. So, Saints being really good in openers, Titans really sticking it up over his past couple of years. Just keep that in mind for this one. Announcing this game will be, where is it? Oh, yeah, Chris Lewis, Jason McCarty, Russ Tucker. So, it is a C game. Sports Radio, John Allers and Brandon Noble. Adam Guerra, don't know who that is, but I guess he's the reporter. And, of course, you look at this, it's yellow. Basically, all the Southeast outside of Florida. That's what it should be. It's a C game. Like, yeah, it's not the most interesting matchup, but it should be close. And for the Titans, Ryan Tannehill will be starting, of course. Malik Willis, maybe we'll get a snap or two. Probably not, though. Derrick Henry, Tyjae Spears in the backfield. Hassan Haskins, of course, their projected backup is out. DeAndre Hopkins, Traylon Burks, Nick Westbrook at receiver. Kyle Phillips is on IR, of course, who would have been their slot. Thank God. I hope he's okay, but whatever. Shiza Conko's their tight end. Trevon Wesco will probably come on third down or something like that. We'll have to wait and see for those blocking schemes. Ideal Peter Chauncey, Aaron Brewer, Daniel Brunskill, and Chris Hubbard across the worst offensive line in the league. Nicholas Petit-Frere, probably the best offensive lineman, at least at this point, is suspended, and Dylan Raditz is questionable. I'm not going to guess he's not going to play. Shaquille Brown, before the season starts, only guy in the IR for the Titans. That's good for them, obviously. Caleb Farley and Trey Avery, their two worst the secondary players, are both out. Jeffrey Simmons, Tart, Danico Hawtrey across the defensive line. Harold Landry is questionable, of course, coming off that 20 ACL where he missed all of last season. Travis Gibson, maybe we'll get some playing time. Again, was horrible last year. Actually, 2021 was actually good with the Bears. I'll give him that, but last year was bad. Rashad Weaver probably can get the start if Harold Landry can't play. Arden Key, of course, the other kind of reliable edge rusher. Aziz Al-Shari, Jack Gibbons, the linebackers. Monty Rice also will get some playing time. Murphy Bunting, Roger McCreary, of course, led the NFL in targets against last season. And, of course, Christian Fulton as well is the corners. Kevin Byard and Alani Hooker at safety again. Elijah Molden maybe will get some playing time. But, yeah, Sean Murphy Bunting, the new dude. Nick Folks, the kicker. Again, new kicker. Ryan Stonehouse is the punter. Kyrus Jackson. Why do I think he played in the USFL? No, UDFA out of Georgia, whatever. Something like that. He's the returner really fast, and then Morgan Fox is the long snapper. Let's get right into the Saints starting lineup. All right, for the Saints, Derek Carr, of course, is starting quarterback. Jameis Winston is the backup. Jake Haener and Alvin Kamara are both suspended. Why is Jake Haener suspended? Oh, he took PEDs. Why are you taking that, Jake? What is called? Jake, you're actually, good. Traquan Smith, Trey Turner, Andrew Dowell, and J.T. Gray are all either out on IR. J.T. Gray is out at backup, so that could hurt him a little bit. Didn't he play? Yeah, he's been in the league a while. Yeah, that really sucks. But either way, Jamal Williams is there. Connor Miller's questionable. Kirk Merritt could get some snaps. Jesus. Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, and Rashid Shaheed at receiver. Keith Kirkwood again, and A.T. Bear also might get some snaps. Juwan Johnson and Foster Moreau at tight end, though. Jimmy Graham, again, re-signed out of retirement. Adam Prentice is the fullback. Trevor Penning, Andrews Pete, Eric McCoy, Cesar Ruiz, and Ryan Rancher against a fully healthy offensive line. Again, Landon Young and James Hurst will maybe get a couple snaps. We'll see, though. Cam Jordan, Tano Caspigan, Payne Turner, Carl Graham, Diaz. Probably just these two, though, because they're the only two good guys. Nathan Shepard and Kalen Saunders also up the middle. Brian Breeze and Malcolm Roach are probably going to get some playing times, too. Not Brian Branch, Brian Breezy, my bad. Pete Warner, Demario Davis, Zach Vaughn, a linebacker. Paulson Davis, Isaac Gadam, Taylor, Marshall Lattimore at corner. Tyron Matthew and Marcus May, and also Lonnie Johnson Jr. at safety. Blake Group, don't know who this dude is, but he's their kicker. I did not know he went to Notre Dame. Lou Headley's the punter, again, another young dude. Rashid Shaheed is the returner with Zach Wood as the long snapper. And we're going from this Titans offense is to run the ball, but don't run the ball. Do it with purpose, because oftentimes with last year with the Titans, they just ran the ball when they really didn't need to, or they just ran it and wasted clock. I don't know. This offense just got stuck in the mud a lot. Todd Downing really didn't know what the heck he was doing. Again, I want them to run the football, but do it when they actually should. Set up good situations. Don't just run it and forget about the passing game, because they actually could throw the ball well if they tried. So yeah, that's what I want with this offense. Defensively though, make Derek Carr win to the outside. Again, his arm is really good at times, but also it's really inconsistent. He's not the best thrower outside the numbers. Make him do that. Penetrate up the middle to help out Harold Landry with disciplines on outside zone, because again, he's coming back and he's never really been the best there. And he can, especially coming off this, even if he doesn't play, you still got to be good there. Let's talk about the Saints now. Alright, for the Saints offense, 30-plus points. Yeah, they got to score 30-plus in my opinion, because I definitely think this Titans offense, if you give them time to really put something up, they will score on you. Again, if this offense is really boring, they will find a way to get them on the end zone. So Saints, at least you got to score some points. Kendrick Miller, 10-plus touches. Again, I get he's a rookie, but even if he plays, that would be big. And Michael Thomas not getting injured, getting surgery by the second snap. If he's good there, maybe they could win. Saints defense, Carl Granderson, strong opener. Again, he is their probably number 2 rusher. I want to see what we can do. 5-plus pressures. Again, not the best guy here. But if we can get effective, consistent pressure, that would be huge. Again, 1-plus sacks, not the Not as big, but it would be important. Get 5+ tackles, 2+ TFLs. Probably more realistic. Tyrann Mathieu more present in coverage. Again, he wasn't really there last year. I really want to see what he can do to start this year, though. Alontae Taylor, 3+ pass defended. Get him on the field. Like, he's probably your best cover guy. At least, maybe not right now, but by the end of the year. Now let's get to the next game, Bucs and Vikings. Because the NFL is annoying, they have the Bucs and Vikings on CBS. Yup. It's the last game a regional game on CBS, I think. Again, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, are your 2 streaming services, as well as what is it called? NFL Sunday Ticket. Announcing this game will be Andrew Catalan, Tiki Barber, Matt Ryan, and AJ Ross. So, if you didn't know, Matt Ryan actually played here in Minnesota twice, I think. First time, not twice. Maybe it was twice. Whatever. Last time I think I remember was 2019. They lost 28-12. But then he went in there and spanked them in 2020, like, when they were 0-5. I remember that. Kirk Cousins, though, in Week 1, again, they've been good. Last year, they blew out the Packers, basically. And the year before... Wait, didn't they lose? Yeah, they lost barely to the what's called Bengals, and then 2021 obviously. So last year at least they were awesome this season. Bucs on the other hand, again, like Tom Brady. Baker Mayfield on the other hand, he had a pretty rough, I wouldn't say rough, but tough game to start the season last year. See if we can do on another AFC South team. The map shows this game. Where is it? Yeah, it's all basically the northern Midwest, and all basically at Florida, which is interesting. So, if you want to watch this game, well, and you're not in that area, like, okay. But, yeah, Vikings, again, CBS, we're going to get there. Again, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus. Let's get right into the Bucs starting lineup. And for the Bucs, Baker Mayfield, of course, will start. Kyle Trask. We'll see. Rashad White, Sean Tucker, and Chase Edmonds in the backfield. Keyshawn Vaughn's also there. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Trey Palmer, receiver. Russell Gage is on IR. That really sucked. Ryan Jensen is also on IR. Not surprised there. Cade Owens, the tight end. Cole Keith is also the backup. Tristan Wirfs, Matt Filer, Robert Hansey, Cody Mouchy is questionable. So Nick Leverett might start. And Luke Gedeke across the offensive line. Kalijah Kancey's questionable again. Who would make his debut? Probably will William Golson will play in his place though. Vita Vea and Logan Hall also there. Joe Tryon. And then Shaquille Barrett, Anthony Nelson off the edge. Devin White, Levante David are the linebackers. Jamel Dean, Christian Eisen, probably more like D. Delaney, maybe in Zion McCollum, and of course Carlton Davis. Ryan Neal and Antoine Winfield Jr. Going into the league as end of the year is probably the most electric safety duo in the league. One of the two. Whatever. Chase McLaughlin and then Jake Camarda are the two kickers and punters. My bad. Devin Tompkins is a returner, and Zach Triner is a long snapper. And for the Vikings, Captain Kirk will lead them for, what is it now, the 5th straight season? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh, shoot, that's 6th year it's a starter for the Vikings. Dang. Alex Madison, Ty Chandler in the backs. Of course, Keenan Nwangu is on IR. James Lynch, William Kanakua, whatever, is also on IR. Chris Reed is out, backup offensive lineman. Same with Malik Knowles. J.J. Jordan Addison and KJ Osborne at receiver. Jalen Naylor and Brandon Powell also there. T.J. Hawkinson, Josh Oliver at tight end. C.J. Hams the fullback. Christian Darris at Urza Cleveland. Garrett Bradbury, Edgar Ingram, and Brian O'Neill across the offensive line. Dean Lowry, Harrison Phillips, and Jonathan Ballard are the defensive linemen. Dino Hunter, Pat Jones, second. Andre Carr even. DJ Wanham, Marcus Davenport is questionable. Definitely DJ Wanham will step up if he can't play. Jordan Hicks and Ryan Asamoah are the linebackers with Caleb Evans, Andrew Booth Jr., Byron Murphy Jr., Cameron Bynum, Harrison Smith, all in the secondary. Greg Joseph, Ryan Wright are the kickers and punters. Brandon Fowles, punt returner. Chandler's kick returner. Andrew DePola is the long snapper. Let's get right into the keys of the game. All right, and with this Bucs offense, I want Baker to, basically have a big day. But then again, he's got to be baking touchdowns, no picks. Not Dutch to the defense. Again, I bet the defense is hungry. So, again, they're going to Duck is not a bad meal. But Baker can't be baking picks. He's got to be baking touchdowns. Yeah, 300+ yards, 3 touchdowns. Could get him the win. Defensively, though, Carlton Davis man-to-man with JJ and make sure he's able to cover him underneath and so he doesn't get going. Because the worst thing you can have is when JJ gets a couple catches, gains some confidence, and decides, oh, I'm going to just completely burn you. And then he does. Because when he's frustrated, he's not going to make as many catches. His routes aren't going to be as crisp. He's not going to be the same player. But when he gets going, or can't really stop him. And, yeah, stuff the run so Kalijah can get into the advantageous 3-tech rushing situations. Because, let's be honest, he's not going to be the best guy in what it's called against the run. They're going to keep running the ball to him. If he, again, the only way he's going to be effective in the 3-tech is if he can get after the quarterback, like, free range. He doesn't have to hold or anything like that, have to maintain any gap or anything like that. Just get to the quarterback. Like, he can do that if you can stuff the run. Like, again, up the middle, Vita Vea, see what you can do. But let's talk about this Vikings team now. All right, so again, this Vikings team, I only have, like, some simple stuff because they're playing the Bucs, and, like, this should be able to get it done. JJ season debut from last year, maybe not as many, like, last year he went for, like, 180-something yards, and, like, touchdown, like, freaking 10 catches, something like that. But this year, I want him to have at least 12 plus targets, which is a lot, but I think they can get it to him. Again, 120 plus yards and a touchdown. I think if he can do that, they'll be fine offensively. But defensively, don't let Baker bake you, because if he can bake you, you'll get cooked by some other guys. Let's talk about the Jags and Colts now. All right, the Jags and Colts. Of course, the Jags have not won a season opener since, again, they played the Colts back in 2020. It was in Jacksonville where, of course, they own them. But in Indy, it has not been the same place for them. Obviously, the past 2 seasons, past 3 seasons even, or even 4. When was the last time the Jags won in Indy? I think it was 2016 or 2017. Oh, wait. They lost it. That was the game they tanked in. So, what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. Why am I there? But the Jags, my bad. So, the Jags, I don't even remember. When was the last time the Jags won in Indy? It's been actually a pretty long time. But last year, of course, they didn't win in week 1. But again, the Colts, same thing. Again, Colts coming with a rookie quarterback. Jags coming off a division title. And a playoff win, again, miraculously. We're down 27-0, obviously. So, definitely a big game for both these teams. Very close last year, again, the year before as well. So, I'm really just interested to see what happens in this one. Again, Jags really struggle in Indy. I'm gonna check when the last time they won there was. The game's at 1 o'clock on Fox. Again, this one was on CBS. Fox Sports app, you can stream it on. NFL Plus, again, if you have that, and then YouTube TV. Sunday Ticket. Announcing it will be Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, and Chance Bake. So it is a B game. Definitely a solid game. I wouldn't be expecting many people to watch it though. You look at it again. Green. It's not going to really any of the country. Basically, northeast Jacksonville, and going into the southeast part of Atlanta, and basically all of Indiana as well. Again, scattering a little bit out too. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys there. Let's get right into the Jags starting lineup. Never mind, the last time was in 2017 when they shut them out 27-0. Yeah, that defense was insane that year. But this year we'll got the way again. Trevor Lawrence is their starting quarterback. Travis Etienne Jr., Tank Bigsby in the backfield, Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Zay Jones at receiver, Evan Ingram, Luke Farrell at tight end, Brendan Strange also there, Leonard Taylor, Jalen Moore, Cam Robinson basically suspended. Cooper Hodges, Devon Hamilton kills him that he's on IR. What happened to him? Isn't he have like after the season? Yeah, back. It's like a bad injury. And then obviously Vontae Miller all on IR. We'll get to the guys who are out later. What I was going to say, Walker Little, Ben Barch, Luke Fortner, Brandon Scherf, and John Harrison across the offensive line. Adam Gotsis, Florenzo Fatakasi, Aurora Robinson Harris across the defensive line. Of course, Tyler Lancey and Dwayne Smoot are both out. Dwayne Smoot really kills him he's out because they really don't have much depth there. Josh Allen, Shaquille Quarterman, Trayvon Walker off the edge. Kale Jason probably going to be there too. Devin Lloyd, Foyce Luokong, and maybe even Chad Mama at the linebacker position. Tice Campbell, Trey Herndon, and Darius Williams at corner. Antonio Johnson and Chris Claybrooks are both on IR. Antonio Johnson, again, came out of A&M. He is a rookie. Yeah. My bad. Rayshon Jenkins and Andre Sitko are the safeties. Brandon McManus is the kicker. Logan Cook is the punter. Jamal Agnew, very, very good returner, is the returner. And Ross Madishik is the long snapper. Alright, I'm just going to go through you guys who aren't here. Of course, on the PUP list is Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, if you think he's playing any fantasy guy, like, you're stupid because he's not. Ashton Dolan, Danny Pinter, Jake Witt, Gerard Avery, Titus Leo, Daniel Scott, all on IR. Again, he's out for the whole year. Chris Lamont is suspended. AR is going to start. If they start getting blown out, maybe we will see Gardner Minshew. I'm gonna say not though, because if AR can play like an AR-15, and that could be good. Zach Moss is doubtful, which really sucks. Because that means we're not see Deion Jackson, who yard per carry and his vision, they go hand in hand. Evan Hull, and then of course Jake Fonku, former Ram, like he's not good. Michael Pittman Jr. out Pearson, Josh Downs the receiver. Isaiah McKenzie will get snaps to guarantee you that. Kyle Granson and Mo Cox are the tight ends. Bernard Raymond, Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly, Will Fries, and Braden Smith across the offensive line. Thank God all those guys are healthy. Quiddy Pay, DeForest Bucken, Grover, Stuart Sampson, Ebucon, Deono, Evangel, and Tyquan Lewis are the defensive linemen. Zaire Franklin, Shaq Leonard, and EJ Speed at linebacker with Dallas Flowers, Kenny Moore, Daryl Baker Jr., Junior Brents at corner with Julian Thomas and Rodney Thomas patrolling the back end. Matt Gay is the kicker, and Roberto Sanchez is your punter with Dallas Flowers returner, and Luke Rhodes as the long snapper. Alright, look at this Jags offense. What I want them to do is complete at least 20 short passes under 5 yards, because they have guys who can really make plays, and that's going to really test these linebackers and this secondary if they can really make tackles. They have the guys to do it, for sure. And, of course, make Shaq Leonard move out of his gap to stop the run. Again, when you do that, you do get his gap open, and that leaves up a gaping hole because that defensive line is not worrying about his gap. Again, EJ Speed is the guy you want to run the ball against. Shaq Leonard is going to have to make a lot of those tackles. Again, you get him moving a lot, he might make a mistake. And if he does, you could get a big run off of it. And Trevor has to take at least one bomb to the to open the game up. Again, it could be in the first snap or like the third or fourth snap. I want them just like absolutely unload a pass. I don't care if it's out of bounds or something. Send the message that, yeah, we're not going to just be like we were last year, I guess, because they did run the ball well, but their passing game was not that threatening. Defensively, though, under 100 total rushing yards, which they should be able to do. They're playing a bunch of construction workers at running back, and of course, the offensive line might be a little better than they think it would be. Again, they are a little banged up on that defensive line, but I think they'll be okay. And keep AR in the pocket so that the secondary can feast on his decisions. Yep, that's probably their biggest issue. Again, if Trayvon Walker and we'll just go Josh Allen can just basically, again, contain. You have the athleticism to stay with him. You just can't get beat around the edge. If you're able to stay there, he will throw a stupid pass, and the secondary is really hoping that he does that, because there could be a couple pick sixes in there. Now let's talk about the Colts. So you know how I talked about how it's really important for the Texans to get off a smooth start with CJ Stroud, like not doing anything crazy. It's even bigger with the Colts. They got to run the ball a lot. Again, it might not be successful, but it will save them a lot. Again, AR has to get rolled out, because if he's staying in the pocket, he might not be very great. And again, get the ball to Michael Pittman Jr. He's their best offensive player right now for sure. Colts defensively don't get torched. It's kind of simple. Like, if they get torched, it's not going to be good. Including Travis Etienne Jr. too. Like, again, against the run. They can't get blown by. Like, these corners and safeties, they're fast. They got to show that. And yeah, that's about it. Because if they get torched, good luck offensively. Let's talk about the Cardinals Commanders now. You could argue it's a tank ball. Yeah, let's go. Cardinals and Commanders. I'm going to be honest. The Cardinals are just, like, they're not even caring about this game. The Commanders, on the other hand, they're looking for an opportunity for Sam Howell to have a good debut to start the season. And, again, this offensive line just looking to basically get rest, because that play-action game we saw in the preseason was really promising. Games at 1 o'clock on Fox Sports app, NFL Plus, Paramount, NFL Plus, my bad. And NFL Sunday Tick, again, on YouTube TV. That's so you can watch it. Announcing this game will be, I don't know, me and Mark Slows and Christina Fink. Do I know why? Hell no. Again, that's like their third team. That's ridiculous. But either way, it's in blue. All of Arizona, all of the Maryland area. That's probably should be even smaller, but I'm not too mad about it, because you don't want the whole country seeing the same game. But either way, the weather at FedEx Field is going to be crap. It's going to be a thunderstorm, which means the game's probably going to be like 4-0. The wind's at 5 miles an hour, and it's going to be pretty humid. It's pretty crap weather around the country, right? At least the outdoor games. Again, same area as Baltimore, so it kind of makes sense. That's what I got there. Last time the two teams played was back in 2020, I think. Yeah, wasn't it in Arizona? Yeah, it was. Cardinals blew out a bad Commanders team back then, 30-15. Kyler threw around the yard, but again, he's not playing. So, what do I expect? Absolutely nothing. Let's get right into the Cardinals starting lineup, if you can call it that. And if the Cardinals are going to start, Josh Dobbs, Meek Clayton will be there, and Kyler Murray is on the PUP list with that torn ACL recovery system still going on. Marlon Mack, Dennis Daly, Pat Elflein, John Gaines, Maji Sanders, Rashad Fenton on IR, basically a couple of their best players. James Conner, Keontae Ingram in the back, the Marcus Brown, their number one receiver, questionable. Greg Dortch, again, Dak Pascal will also get snaps on him. Ryan Moore and Michael Wilson, who is a very underwhelming possession receiver. Zarek Harris is questionable. Worst case, Trey McBride will start. TJ Humphries, Elijah Wilkinson, Elijah Froelock, Will Hernandez, Paris Johnson Jr. across the offensive line. Kelvin Beachum is out. Jamin Collins, Jonathan Ledbetter, Ligi Fotu, LJ Collier, Cameron Thomas probably off the edge. Maybe even BJ Ojulari. He's not ready to play, though. Josh Woods. Who the hell is Josh Woods? Kaiser White and Dennis Gardick, linebacker. Keitrell Clark, Antonio Hamilton Sr., Christian Matthew, and Marco Wilson at cornerback. Buda Baker, Jalen Thompson at safety. Matt Prater's kicker, Nolan Cooney's the punter, and Greg Dortch's returner with Ann Brewer as the long snapper. Matt Hammonbra, whatever his name is on IR. And for the Commanders, Sam Howell, quarterback. Jacoby Brissett is his backup. Brian Robertson Jr., Antonio Gibson in the back, maybe even Chris Rodriguez Jr. We'll see. Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Curtis Samuel at receiver. Dax Milne, Brain Daniels, Curtis Brooks, Fidelity, and Mathis, David Bada, Shaq Tony is suspended, and Troy Apke, all on IR. Logan Thomas, John Bates at tight end, Charles Leno Jr., Shaq Charles, I think that's Nick Gates, Sam Cosmi, Andrew Wiley across the offensive line. Chase Young is out. Jason Williams is questionable. KJ Henry will probably start because Casey Duo, he'll start though. Duran Payne, Jonathan Allen, Monte Sweat across the defensive line. Kaliki Hudson, Cody Barnes, James Davis across the linebacking core. Drew White is out. Kendall Fuller, Tre'Davious Martin, Amanda Forms to entertain just are the corners with Cameron Curl and Derek Forrest at safety. Joey Slye, Tress Ware, the punter, and the kickers and punters. Jameson Crowder, Antonio Gibson are the returners, and Cameron Cheeseman is the long snapper. All right, for this Cardinals offense, tank full. Yeah, do whatever you can and not score a single point. Cardinals defense, put Zaven Collins in 9-tech. Yeah, because so he can freely operate with diagnosing the edge, because again, that's literally what he's going to be doing best. He's not an edge rusher. He's basically there to read the run and know what these offensive linemen are doing, because he actually does have athleticism, in my opinion, to beat some of those guys across the edge, but he's just not, again, an edge rusher. Buda Baker, 3+ TFLs, that's what he does. He gets tackles for a loss and makes some plays in coverage, and make Sam throw from a messy pocket with fire zones on 3rd down, which sounds absolutely ridiculous, but I mean, like, the offense is tanking. Like, what else am I supposed to say? And now we'll get into this Commanders offense. Run the ball up the gut with play action off of it, because again, that's how Sam Howell was going to have sustained success. And the O-line has to be consistent with pass penetration. They got to create some room for Sam to throw the ball. Even if they get beat off the edge, he can move the ball out pretty well. Again, if you started in North Carolina and last year, he did get the ball out pretty quick when he had pressure at the edge, because his peripheral vision is actually pretty good, except from his blind side like every other quarterback. But yeah, he does struggle when guys come straight up at him. Like every quarterback. Whatever. Commanders defense, don't freaking blow it. 5+ sacks and under 15 points. That's, again, when you're playing tank bowl, you should be able to do that. Time for the Panthers and Falcons. And, of course, this week 1 bout was one of the best games last year. Of course, the debut of the number one pick, Bryce Young, against Desmond Ridder, who is, I don't know, is he good? We'll have to find out. Again, last season, these two teams played twice. In the game in Carolina, we don't talk about that. But the game in Atlanta, holy crap, was that a crazy game. Of course, the Falcons won 37-34 in overtime to, at that time, take control of the NFC South. This game actually been a little crazy. Again, the Panthers won back in 2019. No, not 2019. You know, they did win. No, they lost in 2019. 2021, of course, the Panthers won 19-13. I think it was like Stephon Gilmore's first game. But whatever, back on top. But again, like crazy game last year. Could it be again this year? We'll see. Again, the Falcons have lost, what is it now, 5 straight season openers. I think the last time they won was 2017. They blew a 26-10 lead last year. 2021, they got just absolutely pancaked by the Eagles, who again eventually made the playoffs. 2020, what happened then? Oh yeah, the Russell Wilson threw 4 touchdowns. They got torched in that one. 2019, oh yeah, it was the Matt Ryan game that they just sucked against the Vikings. In 2018, of course, they lost to the Vikings in the NFL kickoff game. But either way, about this game, the game is on 1 o'clock on Fox, NFL Plus, Fox Sports app, and YouTube TV or your streaming services. Again, announcing this game will be Chris Myers, Robert Smith, John Hale. It is a C game, which it should be. Carolina, basically, most of the Southeast, and for some reason, straight up in Texas. Like, most random spot to have a game, but okay. Let's get right into it with this Panthers starting lineup. And for the Panthers, Bryce Young will start. Andy Dalton will be his backup. Miles Sanders, Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Adam Thielen is questionable. Terrace Marshall Jr., Laviska Shenault. Either way, we're going to get targets, but now they will, because TJ Shark is out. Jonathan Mingo, of course, their other receiver as well. Hayden Hurst, Ian Thomas, and Tommy Trumbull at tight end. Ekem McConnell, Braden Christensen, Bozeman, and Chandler Zavala, and Tyler Mullen across the offensive line. Austin Corbett is out. Henry Anderson, Marquise Haynes Jr., and Mac McCain III are all on IR. Deshaun Williams, Shai Tuttle, Derek Brown across the defensive line. Brian Burgess, Turgos Matos, Amari Barno, and Justin Houston off the edge. Shaq Thompson, Frankie Louvu, a linebacker. Dante Jackson, C.J. Henderson, Jeremy Chin, J.C. Horn, the corner. He's basically just going to be a linebacker at this point. Von Bell, Xavier Woods are the safeties, with Eddie Pinheiro as kicker, Johnny Hecker as punter, Rasheed Blackshear as returner, and J.J. Jansen as the long snapper. And for the Falcons, Desmond Ridder is the quarterback, of course. Taylor Heineke is the backup. Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, both the running back. Maybe we'll see Cordell Patterson, but he is questionable. Drake London, Matt Collins, Scotty Miller, receiver, Kadero Hodges, questionable. Penny Hart's on IR, as well as Ethan Greenridge. Matt Hennessy, Adekungbo Denji, and Ikenny, whatever. Kyle Pitts, Jonathan Smith, the tight end. Keith Smith is the fullback. Jake Matthews, Matthew Bergeron, Drew Dahlman, Chris Lindstrom, Kyle McGregor across the offensive line. Calais Campbell, David Anyamati, and Grady Jarrett are the linebackers, with Arnold Ibikini, DeLangelo Malone. Lawrence Carter, Bo Dupree off the edge. Caden Ellis and Troy Anderson are the linebackers, with A.J. Terrell, D. Ford, and Trey Flowers starting in secondary, with Jeff Okuda out. Jesse Bates, the third, Energy Games, and DeMarco Helms, and Jaron Hawkins all at safety, with Young Oku as the punter. The kicker. Bradley Pinion is the punter. And T. Alford is the returner. Maybe you'll see Cordell Patterson again. He's questionable. And Liam McCole is the long snapper. Let's get right into the Panthers keys of the game. All right, Panthers. Yeah, Miles Sanders has to have a pretty good game. I don't care if this is total yards. Just he's got to have again any way possible. He has to have over 120 yards, preferably rushing yards. 2 wide 10 plus carries. He's a better power back. Again, you just can't have Miles Sanders be your whole entire running game. I don't think he needs a touchdown. Of some form again if he even plays. Again, he could celebrate in the end zone. He's got to get in the end zone. And Bryce Young can't be dropping back every down by the third quarter because if that happens, he might not even live till the third quarter. Panthers defense put 3 up the gut. It's kind of simple. Frankie Louvu last year run defense presence again led the league in tackles for loss even if he wasn't the most consistent tackler. And it's J.C. Horn's time to shut down Kyle Pitts. Again, they don't really have another guy I really think. And Drake London's good, but he's just not really going to have to cover him because they have Dante Jackson, who actually does fit him a little better. But yeah, J.C. Horn, I want to see him on Kyle Pitts. Let's do the Falcons now. All right, Falcons, Bijan Mustard. Yup, it's got to be all him. 30-plus touches, 200-plus total yards, 2-plus touchdowns. He's got to be their whole offense. I'm not even kidding. He's going to be that good. But realistically, yeah, Bijan just got to have a good debut. Falcons defense, Calais Campbell playing 2-eye and 4-eye and third down. Again, I think he will be able to get a lot of pressure against that really vulnerable Carolina right side of the O-line. We'll just have to see. But yeah, 2-eye, 4-eye, he'll really be able to get off well and be able to make plays. The edge rushers can't be like last year. They sucked last year. That's kind of what you got there. And Jalen Hawkins needs to actually cover when Jeff Okudah inevitably plays Trail or whoever. I don't really care. Just Jalen Hawkins actually stay to your man. And yeah, now it's time for this game. Yeah, it's pretty big. Kenny Pickett makes his first ever Week 1 start as the Steelers look for their 3rd straight win in Week 1 against a team that I think, was in the conference championship the year before. Yup, it's the NFL on Fox. Week 1 kicking off right here. Alright, yeah, that's kind of the matchup. It's the NFL on Fox doubleheader game 1 in Week 1. Of course, the 49ers coming off a really ugly end of their season, really sucked again. Steelers, on the other hand, good end of their season, except they just kind of got screwed out of the playoffs. But either way, again, won 3 straight home season openers against teams that were in the conference championship the year before. Again, 2021. Then Big Ben getting the black punt, everything like that. They knocked out the Bills in Buffalo, 23-16. 2022, they went into Cincinnati, and no one expected them to win. But Minka Fitzpatrick pick 6, 4 interceptions, and Deontay Johnson big time catch. Later, they knocked them off, and that was a bad voice crack. And now this year they're actually home. We'll see what happens again. They kind of led Night the next game after that, but let's hope it's not this one. Niners again, they're okay in openers, but whatever. Game's getting 1 o'clock on Fox, Fox for Depth, NFL Plus, streaming YouTube TV. Again, you probably should be able to watch this one. Announcing it will be, of course, Joe Davis, Gerald Johnson, Pam Oliver. I expect this game to be a freaking awesome one. Even if it's in the rain, Compass Media Radio, Chris Carnino, and Brian Belginger. If you get this game, this radio, cool for you, because I don't. But either way, yeah, basically most countries getting this game. It's in red, every part of the country, outside of, right around here. But yeah, a lot of the countries getting this game. Pittsburgh weather, 74 degrees. Again, it's going to rain, which I'm fine with because I like this type of matchup in the rain. We'll see what happens, though. Let's look at the 49ers starting lineup. Hey, for the Niners, Brock Purdy will get the start. Sam Darnold will be his backup. Brandon Nelson, again, he's somehow on this team, but he is. Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell in the backfield. Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Juwan Jennings as well. Ray McCloud going to help out. Ray McCloud will help out as a gadget player. Danny Gray, Robert Beal Jr., and that's about it, who's on IR. George Kittle's questionable. Charlie Warner and Ross Dwelly will basically chip in if he can't play. Kyle Juszczyk's the fullback. Trent Williams, Aaron Banks, Jake Brendel, Spencer Burford, Cole McKavic across the offensive line. Drake Jackson, Austin Bryant, Cleveland Farrell, Nick Bosa off the edge with Javon Hargrave and Eric Armstead, of course, Javon Kinlaw still on his team. Up the middle, Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner, Owen Burks, the linebacker with Trubisky, were questionable. Isaiah Oliver, Avery Thomas, Samuel Womack III, and Jamal Lenore gets some snaps. Darrell Luter Jr. is out, and Tuluno Funga, Tayshaun Gibson Sr. at safety with Jake Moody as your kicker. Mitch Wisnowski's the punter. Raymond McCloud III is the returner, and Tabor Peppers the long snapper. All right, for the Steelers, Kenny Pickett at quarterback. Mitch Trubisky is his backup. Alfonso Graham, I think that's his name. Yeah, I said it right. Renell Wren, I think, or Wren probably, and Chapel Russell are all on IR. Najee Harris, Jalen Warren are the running backs with Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, Allen Robinson, a receiver. Pat Fryman with Darnell Washington, Connor Hayward, a tight end. Dan Moore Jr., Isaac Salamalu, Mason Cole, James Daniels, and Chumua Okoro across the defensive line. Julio Ogunjobi's questionable. Armand Watts will probably play if he can't. Martavius Adams and Cameron Hayward, of course, had other guys there. TJ Watt, Nick Herbig, Marcus Golden and Alex Highsmith off the edge. Orlando Roberts, Cole Holcomb are the linebackers with Levi Wallace, Patrick Peterson, and Pat P, of course, patrolling secondaries. How is Desmond King get cut? What? Okay, that's very weird. Presley Harvin is the, what was I going to say? Minka and Keanu Neal are the, safeties with DeMonte Casey also there. Chris Boswell's the kicker. Presley Harvin's the punter. Calvin Austin's punt returner. Anthony Mafamaro Jr. is the kick returner. And Christian Kuntz is the long snapper. Alright, now for the keys to the game. 49ers offense. CMC's got to get a good amount of touches, just not too many because his legs can fall off if he does. And Elijah Mitchell needs to get a good amount of carries because he is the number one back in my opinion. Brock Purdy stays in the pocket. That's simple as that. If you can stay in the pocket, there won't be any bad stuff that happens. And plenty of jailbreaks for Debo because eventually he'll break a touchdown. Avoid turnovers because you look at the two teams that played the Pittsburgh last year and the year before, they lost. They shouldn't have lost, but they lost because they turned over the football way too much. For the 49ers defense, Fred Warner can't miss a tackle against the run. Again, that's really high and really hard for him, especially with the weather, but I think he can do it. Double George Pickens in the red zone because that's who they're going to try to get the ball in the red zone. And make Deontay beat you in the red zone because he will beat you otherwise. But in the red zone, he really struggled last year. See what he can do there. Have the Steelers. Alright, Steelers offense. 30-plus runs with Najee and Jalen Warren. More with Jalen Warren, but still get the ball to Najee because I guess you just do it. O-line has to get better with penetration. They've never really been the best with that, but they do create some good holes. Again, if it can be more vertically instead of horizontally, that would be huge. And Kenny can't abandon the pocket, especially to the left. The advantage is to the left. Hi, I'm Nick Bosa. But yeah, Steelers defense, TJ and Alex Highsmith. The only reason it's 10 is because, again, the weather. 10-plus pressure, 3-plus sacks. I really do think they're going to need to do that. Make a big play, pick six, whatever. Make a big play. I don't care how it happens. If it's a scoop and score. And yeah, carry the votes. Again, what that means, if you didn't watch, how do I forget? Oh yeah, David Goggins. You watch who can carry the votes? Yeah. This defense is going to carry the boats. Let's see if they can. Okay, let's get right to the next game. Here's another national going. The Browns are the Bengals daddies in Cleveland. Will that continue? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Because, yep, CBS hosts this one. Yeah, CBS gets a week one doubleheader for what is it now, the third straight year, I think. Yeah, but this one is the NFL CBS doubleheader game one. Bengals and Browns. It should be a good one. Games at 1 o'clock on CBS, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, YouTube TV crap. Also, you're going to be able to watch this on. Again, the Browns and Bengals. The Browns have won, what is it now? They haven't lost to the Bengals here since 2017. They've dominated the Bengals since 2017. I don't know, since 2018, actually, since the 2018 season started. I don't think they lost like one game, I think, to them. Something like that. Or no, 2 games. But yeah, the Browns are really good against the Bengals. Again, they spanked their butts last year, and I do expect them to maybe win it this year again. We'll see what can happen against Deshaun Watson, first season opener as a Browns quarterback. Who's announcing this one? Where is it? Oh yeah, I need to go Charles Davis and Evan Washburn. Again, it's CBS's national game at 1 o'clock. Again, we go up to the, what's it called, the announcing maps. It's basically all the West Coast, and basically it's like a snake, I guess you can call it. Again, all the West Coast getting this game. Really intriguing matchup. The weather in Cleveland's going to be cloudy, so it's not going to be anything special, not going to be terrible. 72 degrees, 10 mile per hour winds, 77% humidity. Should be an interesting one to watch. And for the Bengals, Joe Burrow will start. Jake Browning is his only backup. Joe Mixon, Chase Brown in the backfield with Jamar Chase, Teagan, Tyler Boyd at receiver, Irv Smith Jr., Drew Sample at tight end, Devin Cochran, Titib Baba Jr., Tavasio Maxwell, and Marvin Tell III, all on IR. Orlando Brown Jr., Cordell Wilson, Ted Karras, Alex Kappa, John Williams across the offensive line, Sam Hubbard, DJ Reader, BJ Hill, Trey Hendrickson, Cam Sample, Miles Murphy at the edge, with Joseph Osai out. Jermaine Pratt, Logan Wilson, Akeem Davis Gaither at linebacker with Chidobe Awuzie, DJ Turner the second, Cam Taylor Britt, and McKellen at corner. Nick Scott and Dax Hill are the safeties with Evan McPherson as the kicker. The punter is Brad Robbins, and Charlie Jones and Chris Evans are the returner, and Cal Dominus is the long snapper. And for the Browns, Deshaun Watson at quarterback, Dorian Thompson-Robinson is his backup, Nick Chubb, Jerome Ford at running back, Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, and Don Peoples-Jones at receiver. Michael Woods is out. Jakeem Grant Sr. and Anthony Schwartz, Dawson Deaton. Jordan Kawawa, Bo Pete Keys, and Thomas Graham Jr. are all on IR. David Njoku, Jordan Akins at tight end. How did David Bell get all the way down here? Wasn't he like a third-round pick or something? Or what round is he? Big Ten. Oh yeah, the third round. Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't done anything in this league yet. Derek Wills Jr., Joe Batonio, Ethan Pokey, Dwight Taylor, Jack Conklin, James Line, Drew Forbes is out. Miles Garrett, Obo Rockwell, Alex Wright, and Xavier Smith off the edge with Jordan Elliott, Dalvin Thompson up the middle. Shelby Harris also now on this team, and Siaki Ika, of course, also. He's there. JOK, Anthony Walker Jr., and Sione Takitaki are the linebackers with Denzel Ward, Martin Emerson Jr., Greg Newsom the second, and Mike Ford at the corner with Grant Delpit, Rodney McLeod, I guess. Juan Thornhill is questionable free safety, though. So, yeah, probably more Rodney McLeod there. Dustin Hopkins, Corey Borka is kicker and punter. Don Jones, punt returner. Jerome Ford is kick returner. And Charlie Hewitt is the long snapper. All right, and what I want to see from this Packers offense, Romeo Doubs, 5+ targets. Get him the ball, even though I think he's overrated because he's their best option, and he is reliable one way or another. I don't think he's very good, but he is a reliable receiver one way or another. Limit A.J. Dillon usage. Again, just don't give him the ball too much. Again, because he just get the ball to Aaron Jones, but that's really what it's about. And get Jordan out to the pocket because he looks really good there. Packers defense, no Justin Field day. He doesn't have a field. If there's no Justin Field day, the Bears offense is stuck in the mud. All right, for this Browns offense, not the Browns, the Bengals offense, Joe Burrow can't sell on third down by trying to fit the ball into impossible windows, or running around like Justin Fields. He did that last year, if you didn't know. Like, that's where that came from. And they lost. So, like, you just no 4-interception game. And get the ball out a lot quicker. Like, you got to realize that Joe Burrow is I wouldn't say a slow processor, but a comfortable processor. He doesn't, like, rush through his reads. He takes his good old time, which isn't a bad thing. His offensive line can't handle it. But sometimes he does take even longer than that, and then he gets sacked. Joe Mixon over 4.5 yards per carry. I don't care if it's on one carry. He just can't keep sucking. And 10+ Jamar Chase targets. Again, the one part I liked about this offense last year in the season opener was that Jamar Chase got a ton of targets because he was kind of their whole offense. But outside of that, that's kind of about it. And for this Bengals defense, though, again, primary run focus because they don't want to run the ball there with Jerome Ford or Nick Chubb. Again, Jerome Ford's looking to become that true number 2 back for them. Make sure Miles isn't seeping out on outside zone designs because if he's doing that, you will get absolutely, wait, what the heck am I doing here? Okay, that's not what that's for here. So Myles Garrett is just, forget about that part. And scheme up ways to get Jacoby Awuzie and man against Amari Cooper without rubs. Because, again, they're going to try to get him the ball deep. And if Jacoby Awuzie on him, it's not going to be a catch. Let's look at the Browns now. And now we're in the late afternoon window. And, of course, if you're just not really tuning into any sort of action until until this type of game, I think the NFL Today updates at 4 o'clock. So I guess if you want to know the scores or something, I guess you're watching the game before. But if you want to do that, get the NFL Today updates at 4 o'clock on CBS. Again, it might not even be on because again, games usually seep into that window, but whatever. Again, there's no games at 4:05. There's no regional window. It's all the national window. This is not a national game though, but it's a pretty intriguing one. Again, Dolphins and Chargers, 4:25 on CBS. Tua returns to Los Angeles after last year on Sunday Night Football, looking really bad. The Chargers are probably going to do the same thing. Michael Davis is going to be playing a lot of man against those inside receivers, really making it hard on them again, like tight end type of stuff, and again making them throw the outside of the numbers. That's my guess what that Dolphins does. It's going to be like. We're going to get that later. Chargers, of course. Season openers for them, they haven't been too kind. Didn't they win last year? They beat the Raiders. Their defense was a big part of that. Justin Herbert in that offense again. They had some nice plays, but it wasn't anything crazy. But games again, 4:25 on CBS, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus are your streaming services for this. Well, again, it'll be on Sunday Ticket as well. Announcing this game will be Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, Melanie Collins, because it should be a good one. Compass Media Radio, Troy Clardy, and Steve Burley, whatever. And you look at the map, it's in blue, and it's actually not going to really any of the country, which kind of sucks because it's like a much better game than this one. Even probably this one too. So yeah, that's what I got there. It's the Dolphins and Chargers. Let's get right into the Dolphins starting lineup. Who of course is back in well for the Dolphins. Mike White is their new backup and basically emergency dude. Raheem Mostert, Raheem Salman Ahmed, Devon Achane in the backfield. Where's Jeff Wilson Jr.? Not fantasy. I don't care about his fantasy. Well, I kind of do, but still. He's on IR. That really sucks. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. But Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Braxton Berrios at receiver. Cedric Wilson Jr. What the hell are they doing with him? That was just a terrible sign for them. Braxton Berrios though isn't that bad. Durham Smythe, Tyler Croft, tight end. Julian Hill. Don't know who the heck this guy is. He's questionable. Alec Teron Armstead is out as expected. Kendall Lamb. I don't even know. He could start. Maybe even Lester Cron. He's probably better. Isaiah Woods, my guess, to start at that left tackle position, though. Liam Eichenberg, Connor Williams, Robert Hunt, Austin Jackson, off the line. Robert Jones is on IR, as well as Zeke Vanderberg. And, and then, of course, defensively, Christian Wilkins, Rickman Davis, Manuel Ogba, and Zach Steeler across the defensive line. Edge rushers, though, are Jalen Phillips, Andrew Van Ginkel, Cameron Good, what the heck is that name? Bradley Chubb as well. Jerome Baker, David Long Jr. are the linebackers with Damian Howard, Eli Apple, Cam Smith, Cater Kao at, what is called, cornerback. Eli Apple probably start on the outside because, again, they do not have Jalen Anderson until like December. Elijah Campbell and Nick Needham are both out with Justin Bethel questionable. Brandon Jones, Javon Holland at safety with J.C. Sanders as kicker, Jake Bailey's the punter, Braxton Barrels the returner, and Blake Ferguson is the long snapper. And for the other Los Angeles team, of course, we got Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, Joshua Kelly in the backfield, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Joshua Palmer, receiver, Jalen Guyton is out, Gerald Everett, Donald Parham Jr. at tight end, Rashawn Slater, Zion Johnson, Corey Linsley, Jamari Salyer, and Trey Pipkins, third costume line. Andrew Trainer, don't even know how to pronounce this dude's name, are both on IR. Morgan Cox, Austin Johnson, Sebastian Joseph, they are the defensive linemen. Odie Ogbania is out. Joey Buster, Tuli Tapulatu, and Khalil Mack off the edge. Chris Rumpf is doubtful. Same with Day and Henley, that kind of sucks. Eric Kendrick, Kenneth Murray Jr., the linebackers with J.C. Jackson, Michael Davis, Sante Samuel Jr., Jasir Taylor. At safety with Derwin James Jr., Aloha Gilman at safety. Cameron Dickers, the kicker. J.K. Scott's the punter. Darius Davis is your returner. And Josh Harris is your long snapper. And looking at the Dolphins' keys to the game offensively, they cannot get behind the sticks too much. Because if they do, it's just going to be sacks, and you don't need that. Deep throws, obviously. You got two of the fastest players in the league. Get on the ball downfield again. If Tua needs to throw outside, yeah. Tua has to be accurate outside the numbers. I don't care if they're not perfect throws. Again, get the ball out early. If you don't have a great arm and getting the ball out to the numbers, it's not easy. But if you can get it out early and on time, again, you get the ball out early. Again, you might not have the best arm, but you can hit those throws. Dolphins defense, get in the backfield to stop that Austin Eckler from getting going. He gets going, all those, again, the running games where you want to worry about him. Because he's going to make his plays in the receiving game. It's Austin Eckler. But if you can stop him in the backfield in the running game and as well, even in the receiving game, he won't be able to be as dynamic in the running game. He definitely needs to start getting going because his acceleration is not one of the best in the league. Make it hard for Justin Herbert to hold the ball. Again, like Jalen Phillips, get in the backfield, but don't let him escape. And press Keenan now to make you beat him deep because I just don't know if he can do that right now. Again, he did a little bit last year, but I don't know for sure. Let's look at the Chargers. All right, Chargers offense, quick throws. Just do what he did last year, and then an 80-yard bomb. That's got to be the difference this year. Kellen Moore, I love how you're going to want to throw the ball deep, but refrain from that until those quick throws are getting going. Because if you get those 80-yard bombs going, oh, God, this offense can score 50 points a game. Defensively, stop the freaking run. It's simple as that. Last year they did it, and they held them to 17 points and got one of their biggest wins of the season. That's kind of what I got. And stop Jalen and Tyreek from getting deep, too. Again, that's not, throwing deep. I'm talking about Michael Davis. Physicality. Jalen Waddle getting knocked around. Tyreek, it's kind of hard to get up on him. So, maybe just say Asante Samuel Jr. and Aloha Gillen, make sure he doesn't get deep. Don't let them run deep. That's kind of what I got there. Again, comes pass rush, too. Now it's Raiders and Broncos. I typo. Okay, let's get to that one now. All right, Raiders and Broncos in Week 1. Of course, this matchup has had some pretty crazy endings the past 4 years, honestly. 5 years, not really. I don't really remember the 2018 matchup. Whatever. 2019, the Raiders they lost 16-15, basically meaningless game at the end of the year. 2020, same type of thing, except that it was actually a really crazy ending. They won 32-31, beating the Raiders. 2021, the Broncos again. They lost again. They choked. Yeah. They get 34-24 loss. Again, Henry Ruggs basically think his last game as a Raider that the whole entire saga. Oh my god. But last year, the Raiders won in overtime. It was a tank bowl game. That's what I got. The game's at 4:25 on CBS. It's kind of a forgettable game, but again, maybe Ross, Sean Payton, that's what you want to watch it for. NFL Plus, Paramount Plus are your streaming services. YouTube TV, NFL Sunday Ticket is the game. Is your stream is also the way to watch it. What is it called? Tom McCarthy, James Lofton, Jay Feely, Tiffany Blackman all on the call as well. Again, 4:25 on CBS. Your map, again, actually a lot of the West, again, basically all the the Rocky West and the South. A lot of the West Coast is getting this game, which is kind of surprising. And for some reason, some random part in New Orleans is also getting it. The weather it's not great. So I'm going to be honest, in the sky, it could be brutal up there. Again, 9 miles per hour wind. It's going to be not too humid, though. Precipitation, 30%. Again, it's not going to be great a mile high for the Raiders. But, yeah, that's what I got. I mean, the game should be fun, but, yeah, that's what I got. And for the Vegas Raiders, Jimmy Garoppolo will start. Brian Hoyer is backup. Josh Jacobs, Amir White in the backfield, even maybe Amir Abdullah. Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers on a run for a receiver. DeAndre Carter is questionable. Austin Bird, Michael Mayer are the tight ends. Jakob Johnson, the fullback. Colin Miller, Dylan Parham, Andre James, Greg Van Roten. Jermaine Illuminor across the offensive line. Dolan Wagner is on IR, as well as Brandon Faison and Darian Butler. Max Crosby, Malcolm Kuntz, Tyree Wilson, Chandler Jones is out. So, yeah, Tyree Wilson will get his first ever start in the league. Let's go. and his, of course, rookie debut. Bilal Nichols, Jerry Tillery in the interior with Divine Diablo, Robert Splint, and Luke Masterson behind them. Nate Hobbs, Jacorian Bennett, David Long Jr., Marcus Peters at corner with Trevor Mogan and Marcus Epps at safety. Daniel Carlson is the kicker, AJ Cole is the long snapper, and on Renthro, Amir Abdullah will do committee returning if DeAndre Carter can't go, and Jacob Bobenmoyer is the long snapper. And for the Broncos, Russ will start with Jared Stidham as the backup. Javonte Williams, Samaje Perine in the backfield. Jerry Jeudy is questionable. Cortland Sutton, Marvin Moon Jr. at receiver. Brandon Johnson is as well there. Tim Patrick and Jalen Virgil basically out for the year. Whatever this dude's name is suspended for is Murill, Jonas Griffith, Kalen Williams, PJ Locke, all on IR. Adam Trautman, Greg Dulcich is tight end. Michael Burton is the fullback. Garrett Bowles, Ben Powers, and Lloyd Cushenberry, Quinn Miners, and Mike, Alex, whatever this guy's name is, also on IR. Mike McGlinchey, that's your offensive line. Jonathan Harris, DJ Jones, Zach Allen are going to start on that defensive line. Frank Clark will play on the edge. I think that's good there. Nick Benito, Randy Gregory, Jonathan Cooper, Alex Singleton, Josie Jewell round out the front seven. Patrick Chan and Sang Bassey. Demarion Athens is corner. Fabian Moreau, maybe Riley Moss is questionable. Kareem Jackson, and Justin Simmons is safety. Kane Stearns is also there. Will Lutz, Riley Dixon are the kicker and punter. Marvin Jones is the returner. Marvin Mims, my bad, is the returner. And Mitchell Farbani is the long snapper. And for this Raiders offense, I want them to run the ball a lot. Like, a ton. Duh. Get the ball to Devontae, of course. But yeah, they got to get the ball to their two best players. Because outside of that, I mean, what are you else going to see? Use Hunter Renfrow as a play-action slant guy so Jimmy can get into the game because that is his favorite throw, and he is going to be the best player in NFL history at throwing a short drop, quick step plant, three-step slant throw over the middle. That's kind of like dumbing it down, but yeah, that's kind of what he's really good at. If this Raiders defense, Max Crosby, continue getting that elite pressure. Tyree Wilson, 2+ clear wins with finesse because he can do it. If he can start showing, I don't just run up your gut, he will be able to at least get some consistent pressure. The Avs can't give up crap in man-to-man because if he does, they're not going to have a really successful day at all on defense because he's really their only hope there. Let's talk about the Broncos now. All right, Broncos offense, they got to run the ball a good amount. You saw that last year. They didn't really do it, and when they did it, it was in the red zone for whatever reason. Russ has to make big throws from the pocket. He didn't do that last year. This year he's got it. Again, that's what Sean wants. And let him cook on 3rd and long. Let's be honest, this Broncos offense does not have the type of weapons or really the scheme just yet as a whole for Sean Payne to be like, you're going to run this because it's going to work. Let him cook on 3rd and long. It doesn't really matter. It's like low risk, high reward unless it's a fumble and a pick six, something like that. But yeah, 3rd and long, let Russ do his thing. Defensively, play strong to the B gap because that's where the Raiders really love to run the football for whatever reason. Again, Josh Jacobs is really good there. So yeah, that's where we want to get that. Randy Gregory can't get injured. Just no. And Justin should house at least one Jimmy J special. He'll throw a duck. Justin Simmons just pick it off. Now let's get to my game, Rams and Seahawks. All right, again, this game was basically last time we previewed the Rams game. It was back in Week 18 of last year. Same time, same game. Basically everything except the fact that Cooper Kupp. Yeah, everything's different. But whatever. The game's at 4:25 on Fox Sports app, NFL Plus, YouTube TV again. I'm so defeated with this Rams team. We're just so bad. But either way, we're playing the Seahawks. Again, last year, we almost beat them 2 times. If we had Matt Stafford, we would have blown them out at least one. I mean, not blown them. We would have definitely beat them against Seattle. That's for sure. And maybe not as much because our defense was playing awful in week 13, but you never know. And then, again, you look at it, again, 4:25 on Fox, Kevin Kugler, Mark Sanchez, Lower coming on the call. I like those announcers. Again, the Rams always have them. It's good. Again, the map, it's all the Northwest and basically SoCal and, yeah, California, basically. That's what's getting this game. The weather in Seattle is honestly kind of perfect. Again, decent wind, which is not great, but whatever. Humidity's at 40%, 75 miles per hour. 70, what the hell? 75 degrees. It's going to be most cloudy. Again, this is a 5 o'clock, but it still doesn't really matter. That's what I got for the Rams and Seahawks. Again, it's like a divisional matchup. Rams are going to get pounded, but I hope we win. Let's get to the Rams starting lineup. Rams, Matt Stafford starts and Stetson Bennett's out. That's why we still have Brett Rippon, Cam Akers, Kyron Williams in the backfield. Ronnie Rivers will probably get a carry too. Don't know why, but he will. Van Jefferson, Tutu Atwell, Puka Nacua, receiver. Cooper Kupp is on IR. He'll at least miss the first 4 games. I'm not surprised because, again, he can't stay healthy, even though he's, in my opinion, one of the best receivers in the league. Tyler Higbee, Bryson Hopkins, a tight end. Davis Allen also there. He'll probably get some snaps. Connor Long's on IR, could care less, as well as O'Shane Mathis. O'Shane Mathis, that's what I'm calling him. Joe Noteboom, Steve Avila, Brian Allen, Jermaine Ingram Jr., Robert Haim, Vince Stein across the offensive line. Jordan Williams, Bobby Brown III, Aaron Donald, Blair Murchison, Ernest Brown, Colby Turner, and where is Marcus Copeland? He's not on the team anymore. That kind of sucks. Byron Jones, Nick Hampton, whatever this guy's name is, Zach Van Valkenburg, and Michael Hoyt off the edge. Pretty crappy group. Christian Roseman, Ernest Jones are the linebackers, though. Darian Kendrick, Kobe Durant, O'Kala Wisman. Bro, why is Darian Kendrick starting? He shouldn't even be on this team. Like, Trey Tomlinson, Duke Shelley are good as well. Jordan Fuller, Rush Houston. Why is John Johnson not starting? I really don't get that. Whatever. Brent Maher, Okay. I did not know he was our kicker. Please don't miss an extra point. Ethan Evans is the punter. Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams is the returners, and Alex Ward is our long snapper. And for the Seahawks, Geno Smith, of course, is their starting quarterback. Drew Lock will go in there probably by the third quarter. Kenneth Walker III, Zach Charbonnet, DJ Dallas in the backfield, Kenny McIntosh, De'Eric Young, Rayshon Henry, D. Eskridge is also suspended. Lero Bumpus, Joshua on blah blah blah, and Andrew Whitaker are all on IR. DK, Tyler Lockett, actually JSN's healthy for this one. That's cool. Noah Fant, Will Disley at tight end, Nick Valor is the fullback, Charles Cross, Damon Lewis is questionable, Ben Brown will probably start if he can't go. Evan Brown, Phil Haynes, and Abraham Lucas Cross, the line. Jeremy Jones, John Reed, and Mariota Jr. are the defensive linemen with Boyle Mafia, Darrell Taylor, Derek Hall, and Chandler Wilson off the edge. Bobby Wagner, Jordan Brooks, and maybe even Jordan Brooks and maybe even Devin Bush at linebacker. Brian Monfoyle, whatever the guy's name is, are both out. Trey Brown, Tariq Woolen, Askeris, whatever you want to call it. Michael Jackson also there. Devon Witherspoon is questionable again, the number 5 overall pick. Jamal Adams is out, so Julian Wall will start. Not that bad there. Kobe Durant, Kobe Bryant, my bad. And Quandre Diggs at safety with Jason Myers, Michael Dixon at kicker and punter, G. Dallas returner, and Chris Stoll as a long snapper. All right, my Rams offense, they got to run the ball like a million times because honestly, that was one of the things they did do well against the Seahawks last year. Cam Akers, if you remember him in Seattle back in that 2021 wildcard game, he was by far the best player in that week. Do it again, Cam. Matt can't get touched when he drops back because he will get concussed, and we're already tanking. Like, let's go. Rams defense, don't get torched. Just don't. It was really annoying last year. Cover Rand, 4 most pass defended. He's got to be the new Jalen Ramsey. Christian Roseboom, reliable man. If there's one thing I think he can do, it's that. And the edge rushers need to maintain their integrity in the run game. Don't do what Michael Hoyt did against the Raiders last year. It was just terrible. Time for the Seahawks. All right, for the Seahawks offense, run the ball with power, not just with finesse. They're going to do a little bit of both, but yeah, they got to have a power running game. DK and Locke getting some bombs from Geno. The reason I don't say JSN is because he will get targets one way or another. And 5 plus big-time throws from Geno, too. Because, again, you will have times where he will get at least a little pressure, and he'll have some hard throws to make. He's got to make those. Seahawks defense, we went up front, obviously. Blitz early and often because, again, the Rams don't really have a true number 1 right now. And don't put Devin Witherspoon in press against Tutu Atwell because he will get torched because Tutu Atwell is really fast and Devon Witherspoon will get cooked on at least one of those if he plays again. Okay, now let's get to the 2 national games of the week. Let's do Super Bowl 51 the right way. Not in Philly, not with Tom Brady, but with Mac Jones. Yep, it is the NFL on CBS doubleheader day, and of course this is game 2 of it. Again, I already talked about the today updates at 4 o'clock. This is the national game for CBS of the week again. It is week 1. We got a doozy, the Eagles and Patriots. Oh, God. It's already just bad from the start. But again, the 4:25 on CBS, the whole country's getting it. Paramount Plus, NFL Plus, are your streaming service for this one. Again, YouTube TV as well. Announcing it, again, Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson, ESPN Radio, Steve Levy, and Sal Palatino are also going to be on this as well. Again, the whole country, again, I get why is, I don't get why the whole West Coast, no one's going to want to watch the Broncos and Raiders. This, the whole country should be getting this game. But either way, this could be a stinker. We'll see, though. The weather, it's going to be crap. It's going to rain, it's going to be really humid, and it's going to be typical New England weather. 75 degrees, it's going to be crap. This is going to be a bad game, but we'll just have to see. Yeah, again, last time, they met in Super Bowl 53, Super 53, what am I saying? I screwed that up. My bad, Super Bowl 53. The Eagles won 41-33, I think, in the Nick Foles crap. Yeah, the Patriots they played in 2019, 17-10 wins for the Patriots, but definitely different now. Let's get right into the Eagles starting lineup. And for the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, of course, will be starting. Marcus Mariota is backup. DeAndre Swift, Rashad Penny, Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott in the backfield. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, receiver. Charleston Rambo, Ryder Johnson, Isaiah Rodgers Sr. suspended, and Sean Bradley are all on IR. Dallas Goedert, Jack Stoll at tight end, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Jason Kelsey, Cam Jurgens, Lane Johnson across the offensive line. Brandon Graham, Derek Barnett, Josh Sweat off the edge with Fletcher Cox and Jordan Davis at defensive tackle. Zach Cunningham, Nakobe Dean, and Hassan Reddick are the edge rushers, basically whatever you want to call that. And Nolan Smith as well is there. James Battery, Devontae Maddox, Kelly Ringo, Darius Slayer all at corner with Reed Blankenship and Terrell Edmonds at safety. Jake Elliott is the long snapper. The punter is Aaron Sippis. Not the long snapper, but the kicker. Lamed Skias, Boston Scott are the returners with Rick Lovato as the long snapper. And for the Patriots, Mac Jones will start. Bailey Zappi is the backup. Matt Corral is out. I don't even think he's on the team anymore. Ramondre Stevens is questionable. Zeke Elliott, Ty Montgomery in the backfield. Juju, Devontae Parker's questionable. Damari Douglas, maybe we'll get some snaps. If you didn't know, he played for Liberty, and he torched UConn one game. Kendrick Bourne is also a receiver. Tycho Thorne, Trey Nixon, Riley Reef. Rickon McMillan, Jack Jones, Therese Hall, and Isaiah Bolden all are on IR. Hunter Henry, Mike Gesicki are at tight end. What the heck? Cole Strange is questionable. Trent Brown is healthy, though. Adafi Mafi could start. Antonio Mafi could start. David Andrews, Mike Onwenu is questionable. Again, Antonio Mafi. You don't really know what's going on there. Calvin Anderson, City Stone, maybe too. What does he play? He came from Eastern Michigan. Not gonna lie, I did not know he played for Eastern Michigan. I thought he played for Central. Whatever. DJ Wise Jr., Devon Gotcha, Lawrence Guy Sr. Again, he's old now. Across the defensive line. Trey Flowers is back, but he's out. Matt Judah, Anthony Jenkins, Marty Mapu, whatever that guy's name is, and Josh Uche there. Jelani Tafai and Juwan Bentley are both the middle linebackers with Jonathan Jones, Marcus Jones, Jalen Mills, and Christian Gonzalez at corner. Drew Peppers, Kyle Duggar are at safety, the actual safeties. Chad Reynolds, kicker, Bryce Behringer is the punter. Marcus Jones is the returner, and Joe Cardona is the long snapper. All right, for this NFL on CBS doubleheader game 2, I want this Eagles offense to get ahead early so they don't have to do anything later. And then, yeah, use the running backs in the rest of the way. Again, whatever you need to, they all can do it. You got 4 different guys, so you can do 4 different stuff in uniquely ways. Of course, when it gets down to it, your Rashad Penny's probably your best back. But again, can't give him too many carries. His leg will fall off. Jalen can't test the corners over the middle with the linebackers dropping in because he will get intercepted one way or another. They're just too disciplined, and they're really aggressive too. So, yeah, just don't do that. Eagles defense now under 25 minutes on the field. Exceptions aside, again, if they're like blowing them out and it's like a blowout again by halftime, that's different. But it's close. They better keep that. Their offense better be in the field more than its defense because they will be a lot more dominant if they can just basically stay off the field. Make Mac beat you deep to the outside of on deep outside breakers. I'm talking corners, hot routes, whatever you need to see, like out routes, whatever. Just make him have to beat you there, and don't give Ramondre room to operate out to the tackles. When he does that, he breaks big runs every single time. Time for the Patriots. If this Patriots team, okay, Mac's got to have a big day. 300+ yards, 2 stolen touchdowns, 1 or 0 interceptions. If he has 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, I don't care about the pick. But yeah, he's got to be good. And no freaking running at zone designs. I think they'll be good because Bill O'Brien never really has done that, but this O-line is much better in man. I mean, not in man, but gap to gap, whatever. Patriots defense, give Matt Judon something to get going by putting Uche and Barmore in inside threats with yeah, basically Matt Judon is not going to start out super well if he has to just basically go off the edge on his own side. Cedric Wise figuring out 3 tech to make the Eagles O-line think a little more. You want these 3 dudes, let's go, Christian Barmore, Josh Uche, and Cedric Wise all moving around because they're all pretty good threats when it comes to pass rushing. Again, they all play again. Cedric Wise is a 3-tech guy. Josh Uche is a true edge rusher, and Christian Barmore again is a nose tackle. If they all 3 of those guys play, move around, shift a lot, Matt Judon will get a lot more better matchups, and he will be huge for them. That's all I got there. Time for America's Game of the Week. America's Game of the Week. Again, it's a new era, but it's more like the most overhyped game I've ever heard of. Oh God, this gives me flashbacks to 2019 NFL Kickoff. Oh God. Yep, we got the guy who can't throw against the guy we don't know what the hell he can do. Yep, it is Jordan Love versus Justin Fields in America's Game of the Week. I hope this game's high scoring, but it probably won't be. Yep, it's at 4:25 on Fox Sports app, NO Plus, YouTube TV, whatever you want to call it. And after the game, the OT's at 7:30 if you want to watch that. Probably not, but whatever. Yep, that's what I got. Again, State Farm Game Day shows at 4 o'clock on Fox. This is the game. It's a game, I guess, but like, Justin Fields, can he throw for real? We'll see. And then, of course, Jordan Love. Like, it's your time. But either way, again, Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olsen, Aaron Hernandez on the call. US Radio, Larry Cohn, and James White on the call. again, you look at it, it's the whole East Coast outside of the mid-northwest, and they basically, like, true West Coast. Outside of that, it's the whole entire country getting this game. That's what I got. Let's get right into it. Oh, wait, no, never mind, the weather. It's going to be 72 degrees, 7-mile-per-hour wind, and it's going to be a good day for football in Chicago. All right, for the Packers, Jordan Love, of course, will start. Sean Clifford is backup. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon in the backfield. Emmanuel Wilson, maybe even. Christian Watson, of course, is out if you haven't heard about it. Jane Reed, Sammy Torrey, and maybe Malik Keith will get in there because Romeo Dobbs is also questionable. Luke Musgrave, Joshua DeGuara, Tucker Kraft at tight end. Dave Bakhtiari, Elgin Jenkins, Josh Myers, John Runyon, Dak Tom across the offensive line. Luke Tanuda is the only player on this team that's on IR. Kenny Clark, TJ Slane, Devontae White across the defensive line. Preston Smith, Lucas Finesse, whatever you want to call him. Eric Wilson. My better. Sean Gary, Kingsley, Nagabor off the edge. Quay Walker, Devondre Campbell at linebacker with Jair Alexander, Keyshawn Nixon, Carrington Valentine with Eric Stokes out. Is he a rookie? Yeah. What is it called? Top key. Rasul Douglas also there. Donald Savage, Ruby Ford at safety. Anders Carlson is the kicker with Daniel Wheelman as the punter. Keyshawn Nixon's returner, and Matt Orzik is the long snapper. For the Bears, Justin Fields is the quarterback, of course. Nathan Peterman's his backup. Tyson Badgett also made the roster. Thank God they didn't cut him. Khalil Herbert, Dante Foreman, both in the backfield. They cut P.J. Walker, you know. Roshan Johnson, by the end of the year, probably will be the starter. T.J. Moore, Darnell Mooney. Chase Claypool, receiver with Joe Reed on IR. Cole Kmet, tight end. Robert Tonyan's questionable. Kyler Blasingham's a fullback. Tevin Jenkins, Doug Kramer, and Buddy Johnson all on IR. Braxton Jones, Cuddy Whitehair, Lucas Patrick, Nate Davis, and Darnell Wright all across the offensive line. Yak Ngakwe, Rasheem Green, Dominic Robertson, DeMarcus Walker off the edge. Justin Jones and Andrew Billings are the rest of that defensive line. TJ Edwards, my bad. Tremaine Edmonds and Jack Sanborn on the linebackers. Noah Sewell was also there. Jalen Johnson, Tariq Stevenson, Charles Smith, and Kyler Gordon are the cornerbacks with Eddie Jackson actually playing. Let's go. And Jaquan Brisker at safety. Carrick Santos is the punter. Kicker, my bad. Trenton Gill's the punter. Trent Taylor, Velus Jones Jr. are the returners. And Patrick Scales is the long snapper. Dang, was that a bad voice crack. But now for the Browns, though, 30-plus rushing attempts through the third quarter. Again, that's not, like, too big of a deal. But, yeah, they got to run the ball. Shine has to hit his downfield throws. Again, if it's layups, again, you got to hit them. But I think he needs to hit those downfield ones because if that happens, their offense will be cooking. And Elijah Ford needs a 40-yard play because if he doesn't have that, he's basically not on the team. Browns defense, Denzel Ward has to establish physicality early. If he can't do that, he'll get kicked around. And again, for a guy who's supposed to be a true number one corner, he's got to show that more physicality. Miles Garrett, 5+ pressures. He's going to get, like, quadruple teams. That's kind of why I got that. And no coverage bust by Grant Delpit. That happened a lot last year. Again, that kind of is the reason they lost some games by a lot of points because he didn't really play well in coverage. So he's got to be better there. Now let's get to the afternoon games in the Dolphins and Chargers. Alright, Bears offense, give the ball to Khalil Herbert when you need to. Not when you want to, when you need to. Because when you need to, he'll get it done. Not just do it. Because, again, if you do stuff to do it, it's never really going to get done. And Justin can't miss layups. He can't miss the freaking checkdowns like he was in preseason. Like, I was about to rage after he did that. Okay, now for this Bears defense. Matured gap control needs to be prevalent. What I mean by that is last year they got absolutely torched against the run. When teams ran the ball on them because they really didn't have any defensive linemen that tried to play inside leverage in terms of keeping the gaps there. And as well, the linebackers were just all over the place. Eddie Jackson, if he plays, can't get more than 50% of the snaps. No, like, he's playing. Let him do it. Like, bag that. It blitzed the hell out of the Packers O-line. Do whatever you need to get pressure. That's basically what that means. Now let's get to the last game. Why did the NFL do this again? Like, this has been the same week 1 matchup for how? You bet. Let's go. Cowboys and Giants, week 1 again. Thank God this time it's at least in it's in East Rutherford, and not in Dallas. But yeah, the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, won like 11 straight versus the Giants. It's been pretty bad for them, obviously. They almost won last year, but they lost. The only time they ever beat the Cowboys, again, since Dak was, they actually just left them the year they went 13-3 and again, sold against the Packers in the divisional round game. And they beat them in the tank division, basically championship back, 23-19 win back in 2020. But they didn't have Dak then. Again, the game's not, again, if you don't know, Sunday Night Football Night Americas is 7 o'clock on NBC. The kickoff, again, the show is like 8 o'clock. But yeah, NBC Universal, Fubo TV, NBC Sports app, obviously, NFL Plus. Peacock is really where you want to watch it. Again, Sunday Night Finals at 11:30, and then YouTube TV as well. You can watch it on. But yeah, that's Sunday Night Football for you. Again, streaming on Peacock. Again, if you watch NFL Kickoff game, Lions and Chiefs, same announcers basically. Miguel Gerwitz, Ronald Cantu, and Western One Ryan Radicke, and then Mike Golick are in the call for that. East Rutherford weather, it's going to be 73 degrees. It's going to be not crap, but it's going to be humid, and there's going to be, again, good amount of rain. Wind's only at 3 miles an hour, though, so they could affect the kicking a little bit. That's what I got for Sunday Night Football. Again, last year, the Cowboys swept them. There's really nothing else about it. Like, yeah, they didn't dominate, but they definitely swept them. That's what I got there, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this part of it. Time for the Cowboys. Starting line. For the Cowboys, Dak Prescott is starting. Cooper Rush and Trey Lance are the backups. Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle, Deuce Vaughn in the backfield. Ronald Jones, David Durden, John Stevens Jr., Josh Ball, Matt Weisco, DeMarvin Overshown, Nation Wright all on IR. CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup receiver. Jake Harrison, Payne Henderson, Luke Schumacher at tight end. Hunter Lupique is the fullback. Tyron Smith is questionable. Chuma Duga will probably start if he can't go. Tyler Smith is doubtful. Sim Richards will probably start. Tyler Biadasz. Zach Martin and Terrence Steele across the offensive line. DeMarcus Lawrence, Micah Parsons, Lawrence Armstrong, Dunce Fowler off the edge. Sam Williams questionable. Jonathan Hankins and Ozo Digizua are up the middle. Monty Smith, Neville Gallimore, both are as well there. And LVE, LVE, Damone Clark, Devon Harper, and linebacker Stephon Gilmore. Jordan Lewis, Trayvon Diggs, Ron Bland, and Noah Igbenaki in that corner swap with Kelvin Joseph at corner. Rashawn Gary, Donovan Wilson is doubtful. Malik Hooker will start if he can. He's questionable. Israel Makamanu will probably start if they can't. Both those guys don't play. Brandon Aubrey's the kicker. Brian Angers, the punter. Dakota Turpin is the returner. And Trent Sieg is the long snapper. For the Giants, Daniel Jones, of course, the quarterback. Tyler Taylor is his backup. Saquon and Matt Breida in the backfield. Isaiah Hodgins, Darius Slayton, and Paris Campbell at receiver. Wan'Dale Robinson, doubtful. Bryce Ford Wheaton is on IR, as well as Wyatt Davis, J.C. Hassenauer, Gerard Davis. Tommy Sweeney's also out at tight end, if anyone cared. Darren Wallace also questionable tight end. Daniel Bellinger, Lawrence Cage are also there. Andrew Thomas, Ben Bradison, John Michael Smith Jr., and Mark Lewinsky, and Evan Neal across the offensive line. Ashawn Robinson, DJ Davidson is questionable. Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams across the offensive line. Kayvon Thibodeau, Boogie Bash, again, they traded for him. Jihad Warden, Azizo Jolari are off the edge with Micah McFadden, Boogie, Fabio Carrique, again, Isaiah Simmons, he's here too. Yeah, huge, again, hype there. Again, he's not starting just yet because he hasn't really learned the system. He is much better than Micah McFadden, if you didn't know, though. Trey Hawkins. What? Good for this dude. I remember seeing him Old Dominion. This dude's an athletic freak, but dang, he's actually starting. Cool. Adoree Jackson's there. That's crazy. Aaron Robinson's out. He's never healthy. Cordell Flott, same thing. Javarius Owens is also doubtful. Jason Penix, Xavier McKinney, both at safety. Deontay Banks, of course, the starter. Big, fast, tall corner. He's not that tall, but yeah, he's fast and big. Not the best zone guy, but whatever. Graham Gano, Jamie Gillen, kicker, punter. Eric Gray's the returner, and Casey Kreider is the long snapper. And now wrapping up the 2023 Week 1 NFL Sunday preview keys to the game, we have the Giants. Yeah, okay, whatever. Giants, Saquon, yeah, that's their offense. Yeah, I want to make it fun. Yeah, Saquon's the center, obviously. Giants defense, no tackling implosions. Please, that's just not, no. Oh, God. And Kayvon has to start out strong. 3 bush tackles in the first quarter. He does that, he will have a big game. And with that, that's all I got for the 2023 NFL Kickoff Sunday preview. That's all I got. Again, went through every single game, went through all the keys to the game, got everything done. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, here's some Justin Fields for America's Game of the Week, and I will see you for the, Monday Night Preview is coming out on Monday, too. Probably before the Sunday recap, but yeah, see you until then. And wrapping it up with the keys to the game for this one, obviously, Cowboys offense, Tony P on 25 touches, get on the ball. Dak can't turn it over. Please don't. It's so ugly and funny to watch. And CeeDee Lamb, 6+ catches. Get him the football. 6+ catches should be able to get him enough yards. Cowboys defense, 4 3+ turnovers and get some pressure as last year, and you'll cruise to a 1-0 start. They forced like 4 turnovers and then a couple total, but if they get enough turnovers in this one, they should be good. And again, same pressure as they did in MetLife last year. Again, Evan Neal, same dominant against him. They'll be getting cruise control. Now let's get to the Giants.
Around. Fields, what a move to move past Nixon. And Justin Fields ahead of the field and gone. What a run.
And this is just beautiful. Pinch here, coming off the edge. You've got it lit up? No, you don't. Because you know what? Number one is a better athlete than you. He's like Globo Gym. I'm better than you, and I know it.